What's going on, everybody? It's your girl, Lolita Sheriow, also known as Take Action Low, and welcome to, again, yet another Take Action Real Estate podcast. And I'm so excited. I have a gentleman here that I've met this year, at the beginning of this year, and I tell you, it has been a blessing. He has truly helped our business. And I'm not going to say too much right now. I just want to go ahead and introduce him. His name is Mr. James Nathan Rembert. And he is not only a broker, but he is a Facebook marketing expert. And James, if you don't mind, number one, thank you so much for taking the time to allow me to interview you.
My pleasure.
But I want to go ahead and dig in, and I want people to know who James is. So it's easy for me to share because, like I said, just connecting with you has really made an impact, a great impact, a good impact in our business, and even in my life, if I must say. You're such a high level person. But I want people to know who James is. So if you just share a little bit about yourself and where you come from, where you live, and what you're doing.
I guess to give a clear perspective of who I am, I'm best understood as consistent. I don't really see myself as an expert. I'm just consistent and constantly trying to learn and progress and understand what Facebook, the platform in itself, can do. And I have a definitive understanding of where it's going in reference to being limitless for your business. So I try and spread that message abroad, and I'm trying to coin myself as a Zillow killer right now, which I'm not anti syndication. I just think people should have choices and not be pushed into what they think works. But my goal is I'm pulling back the veil on a lot of different things of what people won't share, and just staying consistent with the message of when you go into or when you try to improve your business, as long as you're prepared, you won't get abused.
I like that. And what I want to share with that, so just everybody understands now, James is being a little modest here. James is the founder of Digital Natives, okay, which is a digital marketing company. He's a talented designer, a trained marketing strategist. James, that you began your journey as a licensed realtor in New Jersey. Is that correct?
Right.
Now talk a little bit about that experience. How you got into a realtor and you kind of evolved from a realtor to this expert marketer.
Well, I started out like everybody else as an agent. I was still licensed. And my very first year, I didn't do too pretty. I didn't do well at all. You know what I mean? Because I didn't understand, and the misconception that people have about the industry and the leadership of what's being presented or what the leaders are presenting about the industry is it's a half truth. If that helps, knocking on doors and cold calling. The goal is to create opportunities, and they don't say that is. You need to create opportunities. And very few people talk about, the more opportunities, the better your chances are. If they do, they speak in the game of numbers. And there's just more strategic way of doing it. In year two, we quickly ramped our business up to about 10 million in sales. And the thing I wasn't interested in, yes, year one, I wanted to make money. Year two, I wanted to win. And when my mindset shift about winning and being consistent, money became a byproduct. And by year three, I peaked at about 13 million in sales. And that was during the time of me taking on the spirit and the mindset of abundance and giving what I was doing to everybody. Like, hey, this is what I'm doing. And from doing that, people started to attract me, and they weren't interested in learning this stuff. They wanted to just hire me. So I figured I'll toss out a number, and if they accept it, then they were serious. If they wasn't serious, then I kept moving. But the agency almost became, kind of serendipity from me giving what I knew to people. And by my fourth year, I was already gung-ho building out Digital Natives, which we, at a point now, we are servicing well over 60 accounts now for real estate teams and brokerages nationwide. And it's still growing, like it could be a lot bigger, but we're really selective. And we have a no dickhead policy at the company. So we're real clear about you can't hire me. We have to hire each other. And if I just wanted the money, then let's go. But we just have a higher perspective on clientele and who we're willing to work with. And because of the structure of us working with teams and brokerages, the course or the online course that we built is Hyperlocal Domination, which is where we found, me and Lo connected at, was a byproduct because we would turn it down so many single agents and people that really wanted to learn this stuff. I've always been at a place of abundance, and I believe that if I can teach you, at least you have a choice and you have better questions, and it prepares you you have options now. You're not forced to buy leads from Zillow. You're not forced to buy into all these different syndicated sites and softwares that have nothing to do with the industry. It just got real estate attached to it. So helping people gain some power back into their marketing efforts is what we wanted to do, only because that I know what we could do for you, but everybody couldn't afford the price tag and everybody didn't fit the criteria. But it doesn't mean that you have to go without. So I just started teaching and giving this stuff away in reference to what could be done. And we only charge because I would teach people for free. But we only charge because I don't want people wasting my time. So.
Well, let me say this. I said that I'm so glad you did. I'm not necessarily saying I'm so glad you did as far as giving away for free. I want to let everybody know I invested in Hyperlocal Domination because as an entrepreneur,
this is the first.
Exactly. I understand that it's critical and you have to invest in yourself. So his stuff, it ain't free, but I will tell you, being a part of your community, James, again, has been a game changer for us. And it's like the essence of community is what is a part of the makeup and the foundation of even digital natives. So I've adopted that, in my business with my business partner, as well as I've created also a digital marketing agency based off of the fundamental things that I've learned from you. So I do want people to know that. Man, so powerful. So let's talk a little bit. I want to go back just a minute. And because you said year 2 or 3, you had a mindset shift. So I want to ask you, because I want the listeners to understand how important that is. Did that mindset shift, was it from a mentor that you started working with, books? Yeah. Or can you talk a little bit about that period?
A collection of both. I'm a advocate. I mean, I'm a heavy reader. And I read for 2 reasons. I read for survival and I read one to grow. And, I had earlier coaches like people like Joshua Smith and earlier brokers like Raymond Fury and, mentors in my head like Grant Cardone and a few others where I understood just to adapt the understanding of what they were doing. I may not was able to process it all, but I knew it worked, and if it didn't work, then I would rather implement than to challenge it and not implement. You know what I mean? So I always moved at the speed of implementation. And, the one thing I understood and I really, really understand is when you gain clarity of what you want out of life, it doesn't matter. It didn't matter anymore. Like when I was selling real estate, I knew I wanted to win. I wasn't trying to be number one. I just wanted to make it work. And the more I strive to make it work, the bigger my business got. And, I knew I had a problem when I was 2-3 weeks booked out and I couldn't take any more clients. And, I would have to literally, just pass deals off. I knew that was a problem. And, I didn't build the team right, but I built it. But my mindset in reference to what I needed to do, the clarity, I understand now what it really means, but early I took on clarity, and the clearer I got, the more linear my vision became, or my future became, where I was able to see it. And, I know now that when you take actions towards what you're really trying to do, definitively take not bullshit with it, but take real actions and not play with what you're trying to do, and remove all of the noise and the nonsense. Everything that has your name on it will find you.
Absolutely. That is so powerful. Even just, with the speed and taking action, and, taking action is my DNA. That's who I am. It is critical. And you have to work at a level of abundance. And I want you to talk a little bit about that as well, because I think people don't really understand that. When you talk about, working at a place of abundance, that means you just can't get 60 accounts like you have, not operating in abundance. So talk a little bit about working in abundance.
Yeah, we give everything away. We don't put any mysteries behind anything. Clients that we work with, I'll coach them as well. Because the goal is to create better understanding, and the more you understand, the stronger your questions can be. And if we want to get deep with it, out of all I get understanding, and our people, not ethnicity or anything, any of that stuff. People perish for the lack of knowledge, just pure ignorance. And it helps the industry overall, where you can make that definitive choice. If you want to advertise for yourself or take on your own marketing, or you want to hire somebody, but at least you understand what's being done. And you're not just waiting for something to happen. It's like, here's my money and I'm going to wait for something to happen. If you know what's to be expected, then you can honestly know what you put out and what should be expected, because you have an understanding, at least not a perspective, but an understanding of what's happening on the back end side. And that's the problem with Facebook. People see the social aspect of it, but very few people understand the business side of it. And I'm not talking about posting every week, and that has nothing to do with advertisement, nothing at all. The likes and the shares, and that's social proof, and it does play its part, but the ROI side of it, zero.
Exactly. And that's definitely leading me into January 20th workshop, which I am so excited about. You are going to be the guest speaker. We're flying you in. Guest speaker, guest instructor for the Dominate with Facebook Advertising, the Zillow Killer workshop. It's going to be in Irving, Texas, January 20th. It's Saturday, one-day workshop, and I'm so excited. And share a little bit about who should be at this workshop.
Well, anybody that's serious about scaling their business, whether it be for real estate or for your business overall, I'm going to really rip open the veil, and you guys are going to get a peek inside of what our company is doing in reference to advertisement, and just to give a perspective of, who we are. I know people say like my company and things of that nature, and it's like, okay, who are you? Well, I'll give you numbers now. My very first year, we ramped our company up to about 800,000, and we'll finish 2017 at over 4 million. So you're not learning from some fugazi or failed agent or failed company. I was successful as an agent, and I chose to go to an advertising agency. And I'm successful at an agency, and I've chose to give out this information because I don't view competition. I view an abundance. Everybody should know. And if you know, then you can really succeed. So if you're really trying to scale your business at any level, I'm going to talk specifically in real estate. So if you're an investor, real estate agent, broker, and you really, really want to understand definitively what Facebook is doing, I'm going to go step by step. And by the time I'm done, you will have a fully functional campaign. And I'm going to show you even how to scale it up. So you're getting in depth. I'm talking about it's intense. It's going to be pretty intense. So, if you're not ready to bring your Red Bulls, bring your pen, bring your paper, because I'm just going to open the floodgates, and the overflow of what I'm going to pump into you, either you can pick it up by osmosis, or you just have to reread the notes.
And I tell everybody that's watching this, I cannot wait, and I can't stress enough, and endorse James. I've been a part and still a part of hyper local domination, and I work with him closely. So that's why we're kind of partnering on this workshop, because everything that he's taught and that he's teaching, again, has pretty much been a game changer for our business for 2017. And I cannot wait for next year because we have some aggressive goals on the marketing side that we'd like to tackle. And I know we're going to get there. So, but anyway, January 20th, the link is around here on the interview somewhere. So definitely register. It's only going to be available. I think we have like 45 seats. So it's not going to be this huge 200 and 300 plus people. It's going to be more of an intimate style type of interactive workshop. So if you are serious about taking your business to the next level in 2018 and beyond, make sure to register. James, can you share maybe 1 or 2 books that you're reading right now?
Oh man, yeah. Let me see. I got stuff like next to me. I revisit the 10x rule probably once a month. I'll be dead honest with you. I probably, I learn so much every time I read it. I'm reading.
Just for people that don't
know. That's my Grant Cardone. There's another joint. This is something that you gotta, it's called Bold.
Okay.
Now, this is one of those books that either you like it or you don't. It goes into just the future of what the world is converting to. So I like what I see. I geek out with augmented reality and cryptocurrency and blockchain, and these are things of where the world is evolving to, that if you don't pay attention to it, you're going to miss an amazing time for what the world is shifting to. And I'm not saying you need to be a part of it, but very quickly it's going to adapt into you. And when stuff like augmented reality and cryptocurrency become more of a situation where it's more practical, it's going to be a surprise to people like, oh, wow, I didn't know. So don't say I didn't warn you or tell you about what this stuff is happening, because it is happening and it's happening under the scene. And this book, this will tap into some really, really intense stuff. So it's one of those like it, you like it or you don't. The 10X rule, high performance, High Performance Habits by Brendan Burchard I'm reading, and this month we're reading Win Bigly. That book is insane. So, if you see my Instagram, I drop the books that I'm reading, and I'm in them. Like, I'm not reading them. Honestly, we don't say we read. I say I'm digesting something new. So that's what I'm reading. So I'm all over the place, but it's always moving forward.
Well, I just thank you so much for sharing, and I'm going to check out Bold. And I've had a couple other people in my circle talk about the cryptocurrency. I'll have to kind of, ask a few questions about that with you. I've been hearing a lot of buzz about that. But I just appreciate you so much for taking the time again for me to interview you. I'm so grateful and thankful that I'm part of the network. We're networking together. We're working family, absolutely. And again, you guys, realtors, investors, brokers, other businesses, if you're serious about leveraging the most powerful platform, social media platform in the world, Facebook, and really want to learn and understand how to take your business to the next level, how to outpace and dominate your competition, you want to register for the event on January 20th. Excuse me. And again, the link is provided, around this interview. James, is there anything else that you want to share?
No, I always stress to people, listen, the unprepared is always abused. So let's get you prepared.
Awesome. And how can people follow you? You want to share your Instagram or Facebook?
It's just my name. It's James Rembert. You can go to jamesrembert.com. And as a bonus, like I told you, I'm going to include normally it's $2,000 to coach with me. But we're going to tax on a 50% discount. Well, I'll buy back 50% of the course. But this is for anybody that takes time to make it all the way to the end of this video, is where they'll see this particular bonus. And, you know, we review and talk to everybody to make sure you're a good fit. The no dickhead rule still applies in everything we do. So if you're good fit and you're coachable, I'll take you there.
Yes, and he will. And that is very gracious of you guys. That is an awesome bonus. Definitely take action on that. It's well worth it. James, you could be charging so much more. But anyway, guys, take advantage of that offer. All right. And again, go ahead and link up with us January 20th. Just don't even think about it. Just click on the link and take action. All right. James, again, thank you so much. I appreciate you. And I'll be chatting with you again soon. All right.
See you later.
All right. Take care.